Hey, so today we're taking a character from 2D to 3D and we're just going to talk about the process and things to keep in mind along the way. But first things first, we do need a character. So let's get drawing. So now that we got our 2D guy done, it's time to start our 3D model. So let's open up Maya and get started. So the inspiration for this character comes from popular characters like the Fantastic Mr. Fox. I definitely looked at Scooby-Doo for this guy, but the character was really heavily influenced by the designs in the game Night in the Woods. I really loved how those characters come across as really sweet and cute, but obviously mischievous, so I thought it would be really fun to have a wolf that is a teenager and it kind of has that same vibe, but obviously he's doing his best to be a good boy. At one point here, he's kind of looking like a duck. And what ended up really helping him read more easily as a wolf was adding interest to the muzzle. Obviously, you know, the fur and teeth help sell it, but adding those extra ridges and the grizzled look to his nose and his bridge between his eyes really helped. I ended up looking at references of other wolves that were illustrations instead of a real life reference of a wolf. Sometimes when you're taking a character from 2D to 3D, if it's stylized like this, that can be more helpful because you can see how other artists got their character to read across and exaggerated those features, and you can bring that into your own character. So that was really helpful here. You'll notice right now half of him is kind of dipped in silver, and obviously that didn't end up sticking around. But when you're taking a character from 2D to 3D, you find yourself wanting for more textures, kind of wanting him to feel more tangible, and the fur is quite matte. Right now it's a Lambert. So I was really wanting some metallic element to my character, and I ended up adding some jewelry. He gets an earring and a metallic X on his sweater, but thinking about materials and how you want him to read in 3D can definitely influence the aspects that you end up adding to your character. So right now he's gold, but I think he'll be all gray pretty soon here. There you go. Speaking of textures, I wanted to add some more wetness and some more glossy elements to him as well, so I ended up exaggerating the drool and just giving him some strands of stuff in his mouth. And when we get on to texturing, his tongue ends up looking nice and wet as well. And that just kind of helped add more interest to the mouth and make him seem a little bit more real. With the styling of his clothes, I wanted him to come across as kind of a punk skater, comfortable fit, just something that you could see, you know, like a teenager wearing kind of a jock feel. So he got a hoodie and has a kind of cool Letterman jacket, which added some areas that I could add patches. For some reason in the 2D, I put a halo across his eyes, but it just made a lot more sense for this character to have it above his head to kind of sell that good boy joke there. And now we're on to texturing. Texturing this guy was really fast and simple after finishing up with the UVs. Just added a kind of leather texture to most of the glossy parts of his body and that gold X that we talked about. And here's the patch for our little good boy. And here he's all finished. I ended up adding a glow to the eyes and the halo just to kind of make those pop out a little bit more. And I really liked how he ended up turning out. He's definitely different from my original drawing and source, but I think that he kept the vibe that I was going for, and that was really important. If you want to see a full 3D version of him in real time and be able to tumble around, you can go to sketchfab.com/liveartly and take a look at my other models. I hope this was helpful, and I wish you all the best in your character endeavors.